and they learn the whole process of navigating.
Football player was rushed to the hospital this morning. Find out why. And a new Norman Park is reopening. We have what makes the upgrades unique. And spring break is just around the corner. Find out what you need to know before you hit the roads. This is OU Nightly. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Bailey Coyle.
And I'm Morgan Martin. We begin tonight with more information on an OU football player rushed to the hospital after practice this morning.
OU Nightly's Britton Ross is live with the very latest. Britton.
One OU football player is in the hospital after collapsing at team practice this morning, an OU Athletics spokesperson stated. KOCO confirmed Gentry Williams experienced an exertion collapse at the end of this morning's football team workout and was immediately attended to by the team's medical staff. As a precautionary measure, he was transported to a local hospital for further care. He is responsive, and it is anticipated that he will be released today. The freshman defensive back is a Tulsa native recruited out of Booker T. Washington High School. He was the top recruit for Oklahoma in Brent Beneville's first recruiting class. Williams played in 12 games last season, totaling 7 tackles and 1 interception. Several players have taken to social media by tweeting out prayer emojis. OU football followers and fans have also shared their support online. OU Nightly will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting live from outside the Barry Switzer Center, Britton Ross, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Britton. A crime report on the OU campus tonight. OU police are investigating a car stolen from a campus parking garage. Officers say the car was taken late Tuesday night from Timberdale parking garage. Police warn everyone, especially right before taking to spring break, to make sure your vehicle is locked and to take all valuables out of your car. They say if you see any suspicious activity, call 911.
When students return from spring break, they will have more trouble parking. The construction of Adams Center, the student dorm that has been closed since 2021, is set to start on Monday while students are away. And once the construction starts, the parking immediately next to Adams will be unavailable. The parking spots that will be closed are on 1st Street, 3rd Street, Maple Avenue, and Stubberman Village, which is across the street. And if you are parked on one of those streets and your car is not moved before Monday 8 a.m., it will be towed.
If you're planning to travel for spring break, you're just one of the millions of Americans getting some vacation time next week. OU Nightly's Carolyn Felling has the tips you need to know before you head out.
Travel for spring break is up 30% compared to last year.
We're probably doing, like I said, probably 150% more than what we have been doing. We're doing more this year than we did in 2019 prior to COVID.
No matter how you're getting to your destination, AAA says travel insurance is a must-have.
Travel insurance is very important.
And if you're going on a road trip for spring break, it is so important to make sure that your car is in great condition.
If they're going on a road trip, definitely make sure they're checking all their fluids, coolant, brake fluid, kind of just testing everything out that way.
You could have, even if you have a new car, you could have a flat tire, you could have a dead battery.
For those planning to fly, Will Rogers World Airport says you should keep plenty of time to spare to find a place to park and get through security before your flight. AAA also says that you should download any apps for your flight to get the latest updates before takeoff. Carolyn Felling, OU Nightly.
If you're still deciding on your travel plans, AAA recommends visiting cities in colder climates because their hotel rates are lower this time of year. And we've been seeing the on and off rain these last 2 days.
OU Nightly expert Eli Millard has been tracking those rainfall totals over the last 48 hours. Eli?
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of rain over the last 48 hours. Really, if you lived I-44 and southeast, you saw rain, but to the northwest of I-44, you really missed out. Heavier totals in south central and southeastern Oklahoma, even seen about 3 inches in Idabel. And we're looking good on the drought monitor. Even 2 weeks ago, we looked much worse than we are looking at right now. And that rain off towards our east, it's heading out of the state. We're dry. But coming up in weather headlines, I'm going to talk about our weekend warm-up. We have severe weather chances and our next cold front. I'll time that out for you. Ladies, back to you.
A man is facing charges after a high-speed chase yesterday in Oklahoma City ended right in front of the county jail. Police say 41-year-old Devin Kaiser was facing an arrest warrant related to controlled dangerous substance. Once Kaiser saw the warrant, he took off, leading to a pursuit. Kaiser's now facing 9 charges.
2 Americans kidnapped in Mexico returned home without their 2 friends. Spencer Plato has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center. The remains of 2 Americans killed during a kidnapping in Mexico are being transported back to the U.S. today, according to a U.S. official. 2 other survivors are being treated in a U.S. hospital. Mexican authorities have not yet released a cause of death, and second autopsies will be performed by the U.S. after the bodies return. The last remaining hospitalized victim of a deadly Rochester concert has died. One concert goer says they heard gunshots, which caused the crowd to push for exit, crushing 2 people to death and leaving 7 others injured. Police say there was no evidence of a shooting and are working with the fire marshal to investigate. President Joe Biden released his annual budget outlining his priorities for the next fiscal year. The plan includes removing tax cuts for the wealthy and corporations, increasing funding for military aid for Ukraine, and making college more affordable for students. It also includes plans to restore the child tax credit, which was placed back in 2021. Bailey, Morgan, their proposed new plans will result in a near $3 trillion reduction in the deficits over the next decade. Thanks, Spencer. A new playground has opened for everyone in Norman.
When we return, learn what makes this park unique. And one company is pulling their preterm birth drug from the shelves.
Find out what the FDA has to say after the break.
Evening tornadoes tear through Oklahoma.
We have a tornado warning for Cleveland County.
The OU Nightly weather team was there before.
45 minutes away or less from these storms getting into campus.
During.
Plenty of people who, are living off campus. This storm is headed to you.
And after.
Again, sending news crews out to assess damage.
Always keeping the University of Oklahoma in focus.
Campus in the clear right now.
OU Nightly weather or Campus Weather Authority.
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
A Norman Park is getting an upgrade. OU Nightly Sydney Wallace is there now to show us what makes this park unique and how it will help grow the Norman community.
I'm here at Andrews Park, where this playground is finally finished and ready for anyone and everyone to come and play.
Norman Parks and Recreation are doing what they can do to make sure no one's left out of the fun.
Levels are accessible by ramp, so people in wheelchair device or a mobility device, wheelchair can access those. There's panels that are accessible from ground level. We have the adaptive swings and things over there. So the project itself is not 100% accessible, but it's accessible to people with physical disabilities. It's also inclusive for kids on the spectrum.
The city wants kids with physical and mental disabilities to come here and play with their friends without a worry.
Accessible whirls, things you can stay in your chair or leave your chair. There's also transfer points where if a kid can leave their chair or device and can play on that equipment as well.
The Director of Marketing and Development at Special Care in Oklahoma says this playground is a tool that helps everyone to grow.
And that kind of inclusion is powerful. It's powerful for children who are typically developing, so children who do not have special needs. It's powerful for our children with special needs, but it's powerful for everyone because they can learn from each other, they can grow, and it's just the way the world should be.
Not only is it fun,
they can strengthen legs, things that kids may not want to do in therapy. They're going to want to chase a friend or follow a friend across the ramp or play pirates or Spider-Man, any of that, because they're kids. They're kids. They just move differently or communicate differently or just have some differences.
City officials are opening this accessible playground tonight with a ribbon cutting ceremony at 5:30, and they encourage everyone to come and show their support. Reporting live at Andrew Park, Sydney Wallace, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Sydney. If your allergies are hitting you a little sooner than normal, we can tell you why. Snow Forth has that in today's Health Beat.
Are you already starting to sneeze this early in March? Allergy season is back earlier than ever before. Allergy-triggering pollen is flooding the air at a record early start and is coating everything from car windshields to sidewalks. Experts say this is due to an exceptionally warm winter in the south and east. 2 companies are recalling their eye drops over contamination concerns. U.S. officials say these eye drops from PharMedica and Apotex could impact your vision and cause serious injuries. Both companies are asking anyone who uses these products to stop immediately. This marks the second time eye drops have been recalled over health concerns this year. And another product recall, this time for a drug that prevents preterm births. Makena is being pulled from shelves after the FDA found the drug was not helping pregnant women. The manufacturer says it still believes their drug is effective, but are still voluntarily withdrawing the product from pharmacies. Also, the United Nations says people around the world are living longer. So Bailey, Morgan, maybe we will live to see the year 2100?
Thanks, Snow. And the Acts of Kindness Association is giving back to those in need.
How you can help make a difference after the break.
And spring break is almost here, and those spring temperatures are near.
Eli, should we be worried about any severe weather with these warmer temperatures coming in?
Yeah, that cloud cover is hanging on right now, but we got sun on the way, and with that, a chance for severe weather. I'll time that out for you coming after the break.
To Sofia and Gabriel. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love. These stitches and threads join us together. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Evening tornadoes tear through Oklahoma.
We have a tornado warning for Cleveland County.
The OU Nightly weather team was there before.
45 minutes away or less from these storms getting into campus.
During
Plenty of people who, are living off campus. This storm is headed to you.
and after.
Again, sending news crews out to assess damage.
Always keeping the University of Oklahoma in focus.
Campus in the clear right now.
OU Nightly weather, your campus weather authority.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. Thanks for joining us. We've had several days of cloud cover. I'm almost forgotten what the sun looks like. But looking at live satellite, we're starting to clear up. All that cloud cover is going off and towards the east. Taking a look at temperatures outside, 53 here in Norman across the state. Seeing some 60s down the southwest and way far in the northwest, we're seeing 40s. Wind gusts outside. Now, not too breezy here. Wind gusts 15 miles an hour in Norman. Out west, you're seeing more of 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts. But looking at our big picture here, here's that storm system that's bringing us that rain the last couple of days. Here's a tailing cold front really making it cooler. All that rain is pushing off towards the east. Up in Minnesota, they're seeing quite a bit of snow as well. But looking at our forecast, here's our warm weather off towards our south. That's going to make a push towards the north. Looking at Saturday at 2 p.m., we're looking nice and warm, completely different from what we've seen the last couple of days. But that cold air wins that battle later on, going into early next week. And then we're going to be quiet for a while. And then here comes our next storm system on Thursday, our next chance for probably a significant severe weather event. We'll keep you warned on that. Hour by hour tonight. Starting off at 43, we're going to heat up into the upper 50s. Winds remain pretty light. And then lows tonight, 37 in Norman, 42 in Idabel, 40 in Ardmore, 27 all the way up in Guyman. We're still sitting right about average and have that north wind making it feel a little bit cooler. Highs tomorrow, upper 50s, going to feel pretty nice. Could feel a little bit better, 65 in Idabel. But looking at our highs Saturday, we're talking 70s, even some 80s, so way above average. There's going to be a dry line that sets up over the middle of Oklahoma, and with that, it's going to bring us some rain chances. Saturday afternoon, I'm going to have lighter chances in the east, maybe a shower or two. Some models have some showers in the panhandle, but really this is more a for sure thing here in eastern Oklahoma Saturday afternoon. Now going into Saturday evening, heavier chances in eastern Oklahoma, maybe a shower or two here. Storms will really fire up over I-35 and go east. And with that, we do have a severe weather chance due to that dry line setup. Slight risk from Muskogee down to Idabel and really about by Shawnee. So threats with this could be damaging hail and damaging wind as well. Now going into our 7-day forecast, 58 on Friday. They're going to heat up all the way to 78 on Saturday. Here's that chance of rain, severe weather. With behind it comes a cold front. That's our next cold front, 56 degrees on Sunday. Then we're seeing some 50s, maybe a chance of rain early Monday. Then look at Wednesday, we're seeing 70s, and then that next chance of rain on Thursday. Ladies, back to you.
The Acts of Kindness Association is teaming up with a student to give back to those in need. Master of Social Work Tasha Sanders says small donations like protein bars and travel-size shampoo will help vulnerable communities. The Acts of Kindness Association president says small donations like these make a huge impact.
We provide students on campus a pretty unique opportunity to get involved really easily and just do nice things both on and off campus. And we're hoping to be able to make an impact in a way that's really accessible for people on campus to contribute to.
Visit the OU Acts of Kindness Instagram.
And the Big 12 basketball tournament is underway in Kansas City, Missouri, and our OU basketball team is there now.
OU Nightly's Tyler DeLuca and Stone Weber are there with an update on all things Sooner basketball.
It was a tough loss last night for Oklahoma men's basketball. Hear what head coach Porter Moser had to say after the game.
Plus, tomorrow, OU women's basketball opens up their own Big 12 tournament run. We'll have that recap and your preview next on OU Nightly.
Prepared as your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane. You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza. Yes.
Make a plan today.
Did you know that items like paint, cleaning solutions, pesticides, solvents, and other chemicals are considered household hazardous waste? These chemicals are dangerous to our environment and water quality when they are dumped in our storm drains or gutters. Fortunately, the City of Norman has a dedicated household hazardous waste facility where you can properly dispose of these items. Call 405-366-5463 to make an appointment. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater.
Tyler DeLuca here in Kansas City, joined by Stone Weber at the Big 12 men's tournament, where we just saw for the third time this season Oklahoma State defeat OU, and this time it puts an end to their season.
Yeah, Tyler, this loss may have ended OU's season, but for Oklahoma head coach Porter Moser, the expectations going forward stay the same.
My expectations was getting the tournament. My expectations is to take this program and be at a high level, and we didn't do that. We're not yet, and we got to be better. But my expectations are to do it with guys like you just heard.
Tyler, although the men's season may be over, the women's postseason is just getting started.
Yeah, Stone, you're absolutely right. They await a matchup tomorrow with the winner of Kansas and TCU. And if this Sooner team wants to make a deep run into the postseason tournaments that they are involved in, they're going to need a lot of production from Big 12 Sixth Woman of the Year, Skylar Vann. Here's what head coach Jenny Baranczyk had to say about her role on the team.
You know, I think most people probably feel like it's, why aren't you starting? She doesn't have that. She just wants to be so good for her team. And I think she makes such a difference for us when she does all those little things, and she knows that. She loves that. That's the role she embraces, is that effort, those little plays, and they make such a big difference for us.
Well, the Big 12 basketball tournaments will be continuing this week, and so will our coverage, so make sure you stay tuned here on OU Nightly and to all our social media platforms so you don't miss any of it. Reporting here in Kansas City for Stone Weber, I'm Tyler DeLuca, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Tyler and Stone. Back here in the Sooner State, Oklahoma baseball came back for a sweep. The Sooners continued their momentum from Tuesday to overcome a 6-1 run deficit after 4 innings against UNLV Wednesday. OU took the series with this 8-7 run win. Staying in the Diamond, OU softball is back on the road for the Bulldog Invitational in Mississippi. The 2-time defending national champions pitch off against Southeastern Louisiana and Mississippi State tomorrow. The weekend closes out with a rematch versus Mississippi State and finale against Omaha. And the Sooner sports this weekend don't end there. 9 members of the OU track and field team will compete in the NCAA Indoor Championships. The events take place Friday and Saturday in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Morgan Bailey, I know my spring break is going to start with some OU sports.
Me too. I am so excited to go to the last women's gymnastics home meet of the season, and it's their senior night, so even better and more fun, and I know they have more meets throughout the weekend as well.
Absolutely, definitely bittersweet for our ladies out of the mat. However, my spring break is going to start with the Oscars, and the Oscars are just days away, and so are the acceptance speeches.
Find out why some actors' thank yous will be cut short coming up.
To Sofia and Gabriel. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love. These stitches and threads join us together. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckle tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Did you know that trash, like plastic bottles and fast food wrappers, can carry germs and bacteria? When these items are tossed in the street, they eventually find their way to a river or lake and have a negative impact on aquatic life. Keep our waters clean by putting your trash in the bin. For more information, visit bit.ly/Norman Stormwater.
I'm Becca Yanez at the OU Nightly Update Desk. United States Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is in the hospital. The senator has a concussion after suffering a fall last night. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer publicly wished McConnell a speedy recovery. Bailey, Catherine, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Becca. The Academy Awards are 3 days away, and that means acceptance speeches are being prepared now.
And every year, winners scramble to get their thank yous in before the infamous music begins.
But did you know that executive producers and showrunners pick and choose who they cut off?
The second a speech starts to sound a little too much like a grocery list, they let the music roll.
You know, I'm sure after watching the Academy Awards, everyone's going to be so tired since daylight savings is coming Saturday night.
Absolutely, I'm not sure I ever get used to it. OU Nightly meteorologist Eli Millard has more on daylight savings and what we can expect this spring break. Eli?
Yeah, we're losing an hour of sleep. Make sure to set your clocks going into Sunday so you wake up earlier for so you don't miss work. Sunset though, 7:34 p.m. on Sunday, so we have a little extra hour of daylight. Now let's time out those precipitation chances for you one more time this weekend. Most of the rain beat out off in eastern Oklahoma, maybe a shower or two out in northwestern Oklahoma. I've seen about 30%. That's Saturday afternoon. Now going into Saturday evening, more of a chance for central Oklahoma, 20% here in Norman. Probably more going to be eastern Oklahoma is really where you're going to see all that heavier totals. And with that is a severe weather risk, slight risk for Muskogee, Idabel, McAllister, damaging wind and large hail with this as well. Now our 7-day forecast, spring break kind of looking all over the place if you're staying in Norman. 58 on Friday, Saturday looking at 78. So we're going to have a chance of rain going into Thursday. Ladies?
Thanks, Eli, and thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Bailey Coyle.
And I'm Morgan Martin. We won't have a show tomorrow, but be sure to tune in after spring break every weekday, live at 4:30.
Prepared as your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane. You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you